Hello there, welcome to Building Profit Sales Training, the sales training business that is working with small business owners and solo business owners to gain more profit, more time and more sales within your business. My name is Jamie Sargent. I'm the founder of Building Profits UK, developed in 2021. Following a long sales career and a long frontline policing career, I've mastered the art of negotiation in sales over 20 plus years. Today I'm going to talk to you about that conversation where you've put a cold call in or you've got a warm call, you've had a referral and the customer says, I've already got a supplier for that. And how do you handle that and how do you deal with that? So let's take it as, and it doesn't really matter for the purposes of today's video, whether it's a warm call, cold call or a referral. 9 times out of 10 for a lot of products and services, particularly product based suppliers, you'll get a phone call in with somebody, a buyer or customer, and they will say to you, I've got a supplier already. And that's perfectly fine. I mean, the first thing is you've got to take this as a good point because you already know that they're using your product or your service and it's installed within their business. So now what you have to think about is, well, that's great, they've got a supplier. What can I do that's going to create enough of attraction for that customer to consider moving from where they are with the current supplier to us? Now, this could be fitness industry, this could be coaches, this can be physical products that you sell, and this kind of applies across the board, if I'm honest. So what I would suggest you do, firstly, is acknowledge the fact that they've told you they've got a supplier. Awesome, great, I'm really glad you've got a supplier. Let me ask you, and then go into some of the key problems that you're aware of that other suppliers have that perhaps you've come across. So for example, in the fitness industry, a lot of people sell the process of, we'll get you in the gym each week and we'll do weights and we'll do this, we'll do that. They won't sell the outcome. So when it comes to supplying and they've got a coach already, what is the key 3 things that coach normally isn't doing? And usually it's something around motivation, it's accountability, and so they've dropped off the radar. They've missed a week, they've missed 2, they're now at McDonald's once a week, and actually the program they'd signed up for isn't working because the accountability's gone, the coach has had his money and they're no longer interested. And so this is a focus point. So this is, how when you're talking to your customer, acknowledge that they've got a supplier already and accept that they've got a supplier already, and then talk to them about the problems in that field. The sort of the key field issues that come up that suppliers drop the ball on that you can perhaps focus on. And sometimes people will openly tell you, in which case you can focus on them, move into a solution. Sometimes they'll say, there's nothing wrong with our current supplier, we're really happy with them, we're not looking to change. Now, in this circumstance, what you're looking to do is imagine a relationship. So your customer and supplier are tied together, they're in a relationship, they've got a good relationship going, been going a while. What you need to come along and do is be the third wheel in that relationship. So you need to be essentially the little bit on the side. You need to be that little bit of, cheeky, naughty supplier, so to speak. So what you're essentially looking to do is cause a divorce between supplier and customer. You're looking to separate them, but you won't be able to do that overnight. You're going to have to work on that. So particularly for product-based businesses, it might be that your product runs alongside a competitor's. And what you can focus on here is, I understand you've got a supplier in place, fantastic, I get that. What we'd like to do is just offer you an additional support. So we know that you buy this product in, we also supply that product. If your supplier can't help you, we've got stock, I will hold a certain amount of stock for you, it's on the shelf, it's ready to go, and then we can put some in. Or if you want to go down the route of, if they put it on a retail shelf, can we put it alongside your existing? We'll do it on a sell or return basis, but can we put it alongside? If there's traction there from your customers, fantastic. Let's get some stock in, but let's focus on, run it alongside your existing supplier. We don't want to upset your existing supplier. We understand there's a good relationship there. We want to just work alongside that supplier and also give you an alternative on the shelf option for your customers. What you're slowly doing there is creating the divorce, because notoriously that supplier will drop the ball and you just have to be ready to jump at that moment. Now, Sometimes that works well, sometimes that cannot work well. It depends on the products you're supplying. You know, if it's SaaS, for example, that's obviously more difficult. You can't run an IT system alongside it. So in that circumstance, you might go along the route of saying, brilliant, well, why don't we put one or two of your reps on our system as well, run it trials by side, let's see how they get on, let's see what the feedback is against your existing supplier. We know you have problem X, problem Y and problem Z. Our system doesn't have those problems because here's what we've done to fix them. Ultimately, if they've got a supplier in place, you don't want to be bad-mouthing that supplier. You don't want to be. It doesn't matter if they're the worst supplier on the planet. Do not bad-mouth them. Do not slate them, because it brings your level of expertise down to that supplier's level of expertise. And the buyer's then sat there going, well, everybody's treating me the same, exactly the same. So why do I need to swap to you when all really you're going to do is slate them and deliver the same sort of service anyway? So the focus has to be on the customer and the divorce and the supplier. Now, if you do websites, obviously this is much more difficult because of the fact that if they've got a website in place, then generally speaking, they're not going to just let you run a secondary website side by side. So in those examples, what you're wanting to be doing is talking about their existing website. What is it they like about the website? What is it it's not doing for them right now? What is it you can offer? Now, it might be that you do a social media package that runs with a website. It might be that you guarantee a conversion rate of leads. It might be that you've simply looked through their website and said, look, you know, that the copy on the website is not particularly brilliant. I think you're actually missing numerous opportunities. And then there are such reports, Google reports, SEMrush and such, that you can present to them that says, look, this is how your website is performing. But actually, if you move it to us, we can outperform that 100%. Ultimately, when you've got a supplier in place, it is about moving the customer away from that existing supplier bit by bit by bit. Don't focus on the fact that you're going to ring the customer up, they're going to buy today, and they're going to move from the existing supplier overnight. What you've got to bear in mind with some suppliers, particularly if they've got a number of products in, it's not just a case of putting your stuff on the shelf. They've got lots of codes to put on, lots of system back updates, and if it's not a high priority for them, it's going to be a challenge. So bear that in mind. But at the same time, if you've got the opportunity, get in there, focus on where the other suppliers generally drop the ball, get yourself across, and for the one thing you can do better is be consistent and make sure you don't do what the other suppliers have done. If you drop the ball like the other suppliers have, buyer is just going to put their hands up and go, well, everybody's the same. And you don't want them to think everybody's the same, you want them to think you are the best. I hope that is really helpful. If you like this video, please feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is down here, I believe, somewhere. In the comments below is all my social media handles and also an email address where you can reach out to me. I do sales training one-to-one and in groups with teams. I'm on-site or remote, so I'm quite easy to work with you either way. Building Profits, to say, it's aiming at getting your numbers to where you want them to be, ultimately. I hope that's really helpful. Any comments you've got, please feel free to leave them below. If you like this video, please give it a like and a share, and I'll catch you very soon. Thank you very much.